Hey Steve, it's Thursday, and this is it. I can't believe that it's time for this project to end, but man, it has been a great 9 months. Full of struggle, full of self-examination, full of falling short. At any rate, I guess we can't delay the inevitable, so let's get down to brass tacks. Question 1, is there something that I love more than God? You have no idea how much I wish the answer to this question was no. And I think it's one of those things where that's not the answer that I have in my head. In my head, I know that the answer should be that the most important things in my life are God, family, and work, in that order. But practically, I'm not so sure it goes that way. And honestly, I think that if I were to say that I love anything above God, I don't think that it would be either of those other two things. I think the thing that I actually probably love above everything else is comfort. I recently read a book where the author says that if your dream or goal isn't worth getting up 30 minutes early for, then it's probably not really all that important to you. I felt really convicted by that. He suggests that when you have a family, the best time to do the things that really matter to you individually is at 5 a.m. And I just don't. Or I might for a couple of days, but then I just go right back to sleeping in. I guess I just don't want to do something that takes a lot of effort, like being uncomfortable getting out of bed in the morning or going to bed early the night before. When push comes to shove, I think that I'm just really a lover of ease, and I don't really want to put myself out all that much. Question 2, how solid and substantial am I? I feel like I'm actually pretty wispy and shadowy. If the way to become real is to let God's grace fill us, then I definitely don't feel like I'm solid. I feel like a charlatan, like I'm putting on a show, running around trying to be spiritual by my own power. But really, I think that I've relied so heavily on myself that I'm not actually a real boy, so to speak. I'm still just pretending, still acting like I really love the Lord, paying lip service. I'm doing my best to make it look real, but at the end of the day, I feel empty. But I'm realizing increasingly how difficult it is to give myself to others if I'm empty myself. It's actually impossible. And I think that's why I'm feeling so thin and depleted, like I'm running on my own energy, but my own energy is just fumes, wisps of smoke dissipating in the air. Now I know that I need to lean on the grace of God to open myself to Him more and more, but it's so hard, especially due to my answer to question 1. Waking up early to pursue the Lord, it's just hard. It's uncomfortable, it's dark, and I just want to fall back asleep, and the kids might wake up and throw the whole thing off, so why bother? And so, I mean, really, I'm not throwing myself on His mercy at all. I'm just holding on and hoping that things will magically turn out okay. And, surprise, surprise, it hasn't worked. It's probably best if I find a new approach. Question 3, what am I doing to become more substantial? Ultimately, far too little. But I am trying to come up with this new morning routine, something that I can do that will fill up my tank for the rest of the day. I'm trying harder to wake up earlier, to spend some time listening to the scriptures while I make coffee, to spend some time sitting in silence with the Lord, which is especially hard to do at 5:30 in the morning without falling back asleep. But I sincerely am trying to draw near the Lord, because I realize that I can't do this without Him. I'm trying to be brave enough to admit how wispy and thin I've become, and how much I need the Lord to fill me with His righteousness. This whole project has really left me with a sense of how what I do matters, how I need to put the Lord first in all things in my life, and how I need to restructure my entire life around the pursuit of God. It's hard, but it's worth it. I know it is. If the whole point of all of this is to become a saint, then this really is the only way, through toil, through struggle, through love. The only way to be saved is to draw near to the Lord in faith, and I'm trying to do that. My only prayer is that these lessons lodge themselves in my heart and pull me further along toward the kingdom of God. All right, Steve, that's all I got. I guess this is it. Thanks for the ride. See you around, kid.